How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be predicting the entire ninth inning program, and I'm going to be giving some reasons why I think that we're going to get these players. And if you watch my previous video, I predicted Honus Wagner, Jimmy Fox, and Willie Mays for the ninth inning bosses, and the only thing that's going to be different is going to be Kenley Jansen in place of Willie Mays in that prediction. So I already made my prediction video. I've predicted Willie Mays for like 10 different things this year. I just really want him in the game. And I'm going to be going over exactly why we're going to get Signature Series Kenley Jansen, MVP version Jimmy Fox, as well as Prime or a Signature Series version of Honus Wagner. Okay, so the reason for this is we can actually look at some clues that have already been given in this video. I'm going to be predicting the bosses as we were starting off with, and then I'm also going to be predicting the henchmen. The one thing to keep in mind is that I don't quite know who the players are that are going to be linked up with the ninth inning program as player programs for 20 program stars. So try and keep in mind what exactly I'm saying here. I'm predicting the ninth inning reward path in terms of the bosses at 150 stars, or the henchmen as they like to call it, and then of course the bosses at 300 program stars. Now all of this stuff, or at least some of the stuff I was talking about, I made the videos before they revealed any clues, and we were correct on 3 out of the 4 recent players in what I'm thinking. So with that being said, I predicted Albert Pujols before they put any clues on him on Twitter, but we can use this ninth inning conquest map to predict almost the entire program. The only thing we won't know are those player programs linked up to the ninth inning program for 20 program stars, like I mentioned a little bit earlier. But one thing I want you to keep in mind is that we have some teams listed on here, and they're on here for a reason. I kind of wanted to wait to make this video until today because I wanted to see if anybody else has also kind of noticed the trend of them putting the players, or at least the bosses and henchmen that they choose, on this conquest map, or at least from those respective teams. So with that being said, we have the Pirates, we have the Oakland Athletics, we have the Braves, the Cardinals, the Dodgers, the Reds, and the Diamondbacks. Well, they already revealed Steve Finley. That's the 150 program star reward, or one of them. Earlier today, MLB The Show also revealed another 150 program star reward within the ninth inning, and that's Vida Blue. So this actually kind of throws off my prediction a little bit with Jimmy Fox. I'm still going to stick with it because I will talk a little bit about who else we could potentially see, but it doesn't really fit what I would think would be the ninth inning program or ninth inning boss reward. But this Vida Blue is looking very good. This reveal kind of threw me off. Not only does he have a slider, which he's never had before in this game, but also, he's an A's player. And usually we see one player from each of those conquest teams included in the program. And I will talk a little bit about that as we move forward here. We did have a Jimmy Fox from the Philadelphia Athletics in last year's game, and he had catcher as a secondary position. I was hoping, and a lot of people were hoping, that the Jimmy Fox would be a signature or an MVP version from the Athletics from 1932, 1933, when he won back-to-back MVPs. He might have catcher as a secondary position. If they went with that Vida Blue and went with somebody different, that would change this video a little bit as well. But I wanted to kind of include a few of those ideas. We also had the Signature Series Jimmy Fox from the Red Sox. I just don't think that they would go with the same card, or at least the same team, when he played more years with the Philadelphia Athletics. If it's not Jimmy Fox, though, I'll have a couple other guys that we could replace with some of the other teams as we move forward here. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to wait to make this video based off of the conquest map yesterday, because I wanted to see, how many people are able to figure out that in the previous inning bosses, or with the previous inning bosses within the conquest map, they've put those teams on there. If you remember, in the 8th inning, you had to capture the Georgia Peach stronghold, and that was the Tiger stronghold that represented Ty Cobb's nickname. So the Dodgers are listed on that conquest map, and I think we're going to get the Signature Series Kenley Jansen. That would only make sense for that card and that team. I couldn't think of any other Dodgers players that would be included as a henchman instead. The Pirates is looking like it's going to be Honus Wagner for a boss. It could also be Ralph Kiner, though. And honestly, I don't think that that would be a good choice. I think a lot of people would rather have Honus Wagner in the game. But at the same time, you know, it could also be Willie Stargell as a henchman. And I don't think that that will be the case either. But I'm just trying to give you some options here. We already had the Steve Finley revealed. I wanted to talk a little bit about this. And I'm also going to, you know, narrow it down to my selection at the end or towards the end of the video. But this is a 96 overall. You know, we will have a couple higher overall cards as well to predict the last henchman, right? Two of them have been revealed. Normally we see 3 henchmen included in the 150 program star pack. And usually we see, you know, 3 different positions for those respective players. We don't see 2 of the same guys playing the same position. So we will have to keep that in mind as well as we're kind of making these predictions. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this, but we are going to go ahead and predict the Reds player to be Joey Votto. And I don't think this will be a boss, right? I've already predicted my boss players in Kenley Jansen, Honus Wagner, and Jimmy Fox. You know, Joey Votto could make for a good boss at 99 overall. I think he might be a 97 or a 98 as a henchman. Not that he doesn't deserve a 99. I think he absolutely deserves one. I just don't know if they give it to him this time around, or at least in this year's game. Now, if Jimmy Fox isn't included, you know, they could go with a 99 overall Craig Kimbrel, and that could be the Braves player as a boss. They could also go with a 99 overall Joe Morgan from the Reds, and he could be a boss. So there are a variety of players that they could go with for this. I wanted to throw out some options. I wanted to make my prediction, and I'm really predicting the entire 9th inning, except for the additional players that we get as player programs linked up with the 9th inning for 20 program stars. And I just want to clarify that because it would be really tough to predict those without any clues anyway. Another player that I thought about for the Braves is Ronald Acuna. I'm hoping that the developers have kind of listened to us in the sense that, you know, we're talking about Craig Kimbrel as not a dominant player within MLB The Show. He would be a dominant player in real life, or at least has been. But this Ronald Acuna, you know, Rookie of the Year card from last year will be a cool fit. He might be included as the final henchman, but we already saw the center fielder, Steve Finley. I don't think we're going to get another John Smoltz, but a 5th one would be pretty crazy. I'm kind of just thinking, you know, along the lines of who else could we get? Could we get a Cardinals player, maybe like Bob Gibson as a boss? Sure. I think the Cardinals team is listed on the Conquest map for a different reason. I think because recently we've had Albert Pujols as the World Series reward. He might be listed on there for that. But at the same time, you know, I couldn't really think of any henchmen that would fit the Cardinals. Maybe Jim Edmonds. We already have a center fielder, though, in Steve Finley. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I wanted to, you know, provide all my thoughts as I'm kind of just going over a joke here with John Smoltz. You know, I'm surprised we have 4 diamond cards at different overalls, you know, a couple relievers, a couple starters. I don't think we'd get, you know, a coach John Smoltz or an MLB Network John Smoltz, but you never know. I don't know. I'm trying to think about all the players possible. We do have, you know, a lot of teams listed here, and they're on here for a reason. You know, they are on here for a reason. There has been trends from previous maps and kind of some things that go along with the program, hints at the program. I'm sure there's a bunch of hidden rewards in here, but there are also a bunch of hidden clues. So I kind of wanted to wait on the video for them to reveal one more player. Kind of narrows down our choices a little bit. Obviously, you know, we have a bunch of teams here. Some of them have already been eliminated, but I guess they could go with 2 A's players, and I'm kind of hoping that's the case, right? And I'm probably wrong there with Jimmy Fox. A lot of other people are thinking to themselves, well, we might not get Jimmy Fox now, but I'm still hoping that we do. I think that, you know, this Cardinals team listed on the Conquest map, like I said, could be Albert Pujols, but it could also be hinting at a different Cardinals player. I just don't think we would get that many of them back-to-back or that quickly. I'm kind of just thinking, you know, when I make these videos, I want to try and provide all the information that I have. Of course, you know, I'm going to make mistakes every now and then. I'm going to mess up, but I'm going with my final predictions as Kenley Jansen, Honus Wagner, and Jimmy Fox. We, of course, already have Steve Finley and Vida Blue revealed. I'm going to go ahead and predict Joey Votto for the other one. Now, we kind of left out one team, and that's the Braves. So I'm curious as to how that will fit in. But let me know what you guys think. And, once again, like I said, I could be a little wrong on this. I'm just trying to provide you the information that is correct in the sense that those Conquest teams matter in the 9th inning program. But thank you all for watching, and peace out.